Good morning, Westside, and I have the opportunity to be able to share with you today a meditation from the Gospel of Mark, and it is just a short little scene, just a few verses long. It ends chapter 3 of the Gospel, and a couple of words that I want you to think about as before I read is loyalty, commitment, family. And Mark has picked us up by the scruff of the neck. He's carrying us along. This is important stuff. We're seeing the ministry of Jesus unfold. He's called 12 apostles, significant number. John the Baptist going ahead, new covenant, new purpose, God at work, prophets in the land, and now Jesus, who is the Messiah. Hasn't all been declared, isn't all clear, they're still following, but this is the one who they were looking for. And this comes right after Jesus confronts a demon-possessed man and then explains it all. And then this little episode. Then Jesus' mother and brothers arrived. Standing outside, they sent someone in to call him. A crowd was sitting around him, and they told him, "Your mother and brothers are outside looking for you." Little context. Family, highly significant. The duties of a child to his parent. These are one of the little episodes that would make us think that Jesus' earthly father, Joseph, has passed away at this point. We don't know exactly. We see later on that they get concerned about his ministry and the direction, and this may be the beginning of it. But they're there, and there is an expectation that you, as the son, are going to jump to your family. Loyalty, commitment, family comes first. In verse 33, Jesus says, "Who are my mother and my brothers?" he asks. And then he looked at those seated in the circle around him, and he said, "Here are my mother and my brothers. Whoever does God's will is my brother and sister and mother." The main point here is in Jesus Christ, God is working out his plan of salvation, which is to create one new humanity, one new family, bringing us together in this deep unity of the people of God. It doesn't matter if you're Jew or Greek, slave or free, male or female. All of you together have the rights of the Son of God, of Jesus himself. And Jesus here is beginning to draw out the implication of this. He's not going to jump to his earthly family's demands. He's going to listen to his Father in heaven, and those are my brothers and my sisters and my mother. And it is significant that he doesn't say Father, because our Father is in heaven. He's the leader of our family. God is in charge. And all of us, we're part of this family. We carry the name, and this becomes our first priority. Some of us have felt this. Some of us have been in a situation where we weren't raised by Christian parents, and the decision to follow Jesus was a decision that meant a type of a separating, a type of a distancing, a type of an evaluation. This is part of my experience. This is what it means to follow Jesus. My loyalty is to this family above all other relations. And this is both good news, but it can be hard in this world. And it confronts us with a question. What are the other loyalties? What are the other demands? What are the other commitments? And And how do they compete with Jesus? And who am I going to jump to, and who am I ultimately going to listen to? Now, you see, being part of the family of God, it is the blessing of the world. God wants to bless the whole world. But sometimes there's going to be conflict because the world will want us, or our family will want us, to listen to it more than God. It is good news. We have a wise Father, wiser than any earthly father. But what are our commitments? What are our loyalties? How are we living that out? What is my part in the family of God? This text, to me, is a text that just causes me to sit in these questions at the very same time that it causes me to rejoice. I belong to the family of God, and this is good news. May the Lord bless you today and keep you. May He also challenge you to think about your commitments and your loyalty, and recognize the choice that you make in following Jesus is that this commitment and this family ultimately does come first. But it's demonstrated, it's lived by doing the will of your Father in heaven. Go forward into this day and show the world what it means to be a child of God. God bless.